sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. It is Saturday, May 23rd, 2020. And, of course, we have, Bundesliga picks. We have NHL news as well as some sim picks. Some talk about tomorrow's golf action. But, anyways, this is so weird. Anyways, we're still just kind of going through the motions here of exactly what this stuff kind of all means. We're just trying to get the show as good as we can. So I had to reinstall all my software. So looking at the comments coming through, I don't know if you guys can see these on the screen or not, but looks like they are. Wow. Let me see something. Oh, I guess it did work. All right, there. Certainly don't want that feature. I don't know why it's doing this. But anyways, I don't know. Ecamm has decided that they want to give me a tutorial while I'm doing my live show, which is insane. It doesn't make any sense. Look at commenting. They comment like they clip. Wow, see something? Don't know. Oh, I see. Anyways, we got the Puck Dogs with us, and we got Steve Monahan with us, and of course, let's see. I'm gonna get this fixed in a hurry, but anyways, we have Bundesliga action going on as we speak, and then we have Bundesliga tomorrow, and then we also have NHL news. But first, I'll bring in Steve Monahan. We'll just talk about general sports news like we do every morning. Hang on just a sec, and we'll bring Steve in. Wow, I'm really struggling. I got a different computer here, and it is living hell. So those of you that say, I hope Mitch goes through living hell sometimes, I think you guys might be enjoying this right now, because that is exactly what I'm going through. This is a horrific experience. And let's see what we can do. No idea. I can't. It's like I'm using a regular mouse now, and I can't get it to work. I think we're gonna have to try something different. That's what we're gonna have to do. Anyways, holy crap! All right. Anyways. Let's bring in Steve. Steve, how's it going?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good, thanks. So, anything exciting going on in the world of sports besides Alden Smith saying that he wants to be a role model?
Yeah. Listen, Alden has been reinstated, I guess. That's official. I actually saw the backstory of Alden Smith was Mike Nolan, the new defensive coordinator. Saw him working out. I guess that's San Francisco or somewhere in California, and that's kind of like the backstory of why Alden Smith wound up in Dallas, 1-year deal. The guy was so productive, despite all the craziness on his resume. And a few years have gone by, and we'll see if he stays out of trouble. And if he does, the guy's been productive, so we shall see.
He's definitely been productive. What I don't understand is, why is it news because it's the Dallas Cowboys, and it's not news if it's somebody else.
America's team, all that. I would say like Greg Hardy, they've taken a flyer on. That was a failed experiment. Randy Gregory. I mean, the Cowboys, they lead the league in drug suspensions and all the other nonsense. So I see why. I guess it does make the news, if you will. So
Yeah, it's just to me, it's like it's like still calling Miami quarterback you or Penn State linebacker.
linebacker, you
You
right?
know, it's like it's not relevant anymore. You know, and it's like the Dallas Cowboys haven't been relevant for quite some time. So, you
But
know,
they are the most valued franchise in all the sports, American sports, I do believe. So
um, maybe in that respect, but I would say that I would say that when it comes to actual performance on the field, they've been lacking for quite some time,
ah,
and I mean they're not even in the conversation.
you're speaking to the choir, Mitch.
You know,
Again,
I
a lot
mean
of people,
they did sign Andy Dalton, and that's going to solve all the problems.
absolutely. But we haven't won the Super Bowl since 1995, so
They haven't signed their quarterback yet either, Dak Prescott, and this is turning into a fiasco.
they still got another month. I think July 15th is
But why
the
don't you
date.
just go ahead and do it? This is
I
the
know.
stuff I never
I
understand. It's like we all know what's going on here, so why delay the inevitable? Do they think like all of a sudden something's going to break down or something's going to happen between now and then? I don't
I,
know. I'm just missing it.
I agree. I mean,
What?
some other news: Patrick Ewing in basketball tested positive for corona. That's a name out there. I'm sure the Puck Dogs are going to talk about the 24-team NHL format if the season starts. So we'll defer to them on that. Um, Cam Newton, I don't know, was it his brother or something? Signed with Auburn. See
Yeah,
that?
but I mean, I think Auburn is pretty. I think Nix is pretty much gonna be the starter in Auburn.
Oh
He
yeah,
beat
no doubt.
Alabama. I would say they lost to LSU and Georgia, but I would say that win over Alabama, you pretty much not only do you have the starting job, you pretty much are set for life as far as any kind of job you want to find in the state of Alabama or.
True. Yeah, Bo Nix is the incumbent. There's no question.
And the Seahawks stockpiling running backs at this point. They drafted DJ Dallas, the guy who I really like. They had Travis Homer last year, another Miami guy. They had Penny, a first round pick. Apparently, that injury is a lot worse than what we think, and so we'll see how that. But outside of that, really not a ton going on, and we're just waiting for the word in. We're just waiting for the word in NHL who's going to lead us out of this. And of course, in soccer, they're going for it. But anyway, Steve, we'll bring you back in just a couple minutes for the sim picks. Going to bring
Okay.
in Rod Zawacki and Chris Ruffalo, the Puck Dogs, and we will got quite a few things to talk about here. So NHL, the players have voted, and the players have said yes, but under these conditions. So, what do you guys, Rod, you've kind of been following this story pretty closely. How close are we?
Uh, they want to be playing hockey in July. Let's put it that way. So you gotta because some of these players are out of country as well. So for them to come back to North America, they're gonna have to still follow the protocol, fly back here to North America, isolate themselves for 2 weeks before they can join their team. So and then a lot of these players haven't even skated. They haven't even set foot on ice. So you're gonna have to give them a couple weeks of training. So I think we're starting to see now that facilities are opening up so they can get back in and get back onto the ice training. I seen in Ottawa that Ottawa shut the arena down to the public. They're sneaking in celebrities. Philadelphia Flyer player was seen. Giroux was seen going in there to skate and practice. So it's going to take a little bit of time for these teams to get all caught up and plans in state. But I think by July we're going to be seeing hockey. They'll be playing hard at her.
Chris, is that in line with the stuff that you're seeing and hearing as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing that right now it's just the players and the Players Association have given the okay to continue negotiations. Right now, it's just that they reviewed the policy that the NHL put out, and now the Players Association will be like, okay, now let's start to figure out the details of how we're going to return to play. But yeah, no, that's pretty much what I'm seeing as well. And it's like everything Tarad said. These guys are going to need a few weeks to sort of get reacclimated with life as a professional hockey player. Getting your legs back underneath you after a 2-month layoff. You're going to need a couple weeks, and it's like the guys coming from overseas. There's again, it's like Rod said, they're going to need time to isolate, and they're going to have to follow the protocol. But from what last night and the results of last night showed, I think we are on our way to seeing hockey in July.
I think that's good news. Any sports is good news. And what we have now is Bundesliga soccer. I know you guys both gave out picks yesterday. How are things looking? We got Leverkusen 2-1 up. Hoffenheim, Paderborn, a team that Chris really doesn't have high hopes for in Paderborn. We have Dortmund 1-0. And
I think Hoffenheim 1-0 too, isn't it?
No, Hoffenheim and Paderborn are tied right now, 1-1.
1-1.
Oh.
And the big surprise of the day, Werder Bremen's up on Freiburg 1-0 right now. But still lots of time, still half an hour to go in most of these games, so.
Yeah, plenty of time left. Any in-game, anything in-game here that looks worth a play?
I still think that you can get good odds on that draw for Bayer Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach. You can get it. I'm seeing it live at plus 340 right now, and getting Hoffenheim at plus 125 to win. I still think they're going to win this game. So
yeah, I like that. I like Hoffenheim to get a goal to get the win as well. I can see that.
If you feel the need to get another one in, I would say Freiburg. I would say for the draw. I don't think they're going to have enough to pull ahead of Bremen right now, but I can see them pulling out a goal in the last maybe 15 minutes. Draws at plus 260.
Okay. So we also have tomorrow. So what are we looking at there for tomorrow's action? Those of you that are tuning in a little late, I'm struggling. I have a new system here, and I gotta say I'm not enjoying it too much.
And it's the 7:30 game for tomorrow morning. Schalke at Augsburg. And Schalke, for me, Schalke's a better team on paper. The problem is they've lost or tied their last 8 league games. Augsburg's winless in their last 6 in the league. I can't see much separating these two teams right now. And I'm not trying to pick a side between two teams that are really struggling right now. The last game that they played at Schalke had a 0-0 final. I think we could see the same here. I'm going to take the draw at plus 255. I'm going to go for the correct score. I'm going to take 0-0 at plus 950 or 1-1 at plus 550.
Okay. So, Rod, do you have anything on that for tomorrow?
I'm in agreement. I'm taking Schalke to draw as well, plus 255. Usually in agreement. There's just I think we're just going to see a bunch of kick the ball around. It's going to be like maybe we'll get 5-4 on shots if we're lucky.
The next one was 9:30. Mainz 05 hosting Red Bull Leipzig, and I like Leipzig at minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap here. Leipzig were disappointing against Freiburg. I was high on them coming out of the break. It tied them 1-1. The problem is, Leipzig they can't win a game at home since the calendar turned over. 1-1-7 in their last 9. And you know what? Leipzig put up a shutout in their last 3 road games. They've won their last 6 road games that they've scored first. So I'll put in Leipzig at minus 1.5 at plus 105. I'll also put Leipzig to win via shutout plus 165.
Rod, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like Leipzig as well. If you shop around, you can get Leipzig minus 1.5 at plus 200 if you look around.
Yeah.
But I think Leipzig wins by 2 goals. I like the -1.5, whatever you can get that at.
So we
It
have
should be some plus number.
so we have golf tomorrow. You guys know I'm avid golfer. I shot 83 yesterday at Kapalua. That was from back tees, and I gotta say, I worked for every bit of it. It was, not my typical score, that's for sure, but not your typical golf course either. Par 73. There's only 3 par 3s on that course, and all of the par 4s are like 425 and up. So, I don't know, 83 in a driving windstorm for me. Kapalua, I will take it, and a nap any day of the week, man. That is a tough track, I gotta say, man. There's a reason why the pros don't kill it there, either. Every year they have the Tournament of Champions at the Kapalua Plantation course where I played yesterday, and I have to say that I think they showed us tougher pin placements yesterday than what the pros get. I mean, they were just ridiculous, and the wind was gusting. I was 130 yards out. I hit a 5-iron on the screws, and I was 20 yards short of the green. That's how hard the wind was blowing. So, I don't know. I struck the ball really well. My putting was suspect. I think it was a lot of it had to do with those pin placements. But like I said, 10 over par at Plantation. Not my best round, that's for sure, but certainly not my worst, and I'm not ashamed of it one bit. But anyways, speaking of golf, Rod, you said you had a take here on this Tiger Woods versus Phil Mickelson and Peyton. You got Woods and Peyton Manning against Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson. It's skins, or is it just straight, whatever? Is it a skins game, or is it a, what are they playing?
They are playing. The match will be played as a match play event for the first 9. So the first 9, each player will play his own ball, and best ball wins the hole. Brady and Manning all get they get a 3-stroke handicap per 9. The back 9 will be played as a modified alternate shot. So one guy will shoot, the next guy will shoot. So the back 9, it'll get very interesting to see how that goes. So for me, this is pretty wide open. This is the Medalist golf course they're playing on. It is Tiger Woods' home golf course, so he knows it really, really well, like the back of his hand. But when was the last time he played? He hasn't played in a while. His back's been bothering him, and
I'm sure Tiger Woods has been playing. I'm sure he just hasn't been playing competitively. I'm sure Tiger Woods is playing golf. I know I could be sick as a dog. I still play, man. I'm sure he plays.
So for me, they have it at it's -200 for Woods and Peyton to win this. I'm gonna take a shot. Give me Brady and Phil Mickelson here. Mickelson still he outdrives Tiger Woods. There's a prop bet you can get on hole 3. Who's going to drive the ball the farthest? But take Phil Mickelson in that. There's some great value there at plus 160. I think he outdrives everybody. Phil Mickelson, his average on the league is 10 yards farther than Tiger Woods. I think he can outdrive him on that hole. So it's definitely worth it there.
What clubs is Tiger Woods playing these days? And what's Mickelson playing? I think Mickelson might be playing the Callaway. Is he switched to the Maverick driver, or is he still playing the Epic Flash? Do you know? These are all factors. These are big factors. If Tiger has been playing TaylorMades, and he probably has switched more than likely to the Sim driver. So these are like all things that need to be considered. I have to say, personally, I've hit them all, those drivers. So I know for a fact that the Epic is epic. It's ridiculous, but I mean, even someone who's a straight hitter like me, I don't. Tiger and Phil both get a little snappy, but for someone like me that's a straight hitter, even I get a little loose with that Epic because the ball just goes so far. It's just hard to control. It has the jailbreak technology where the ball, like, the face basically comes out and it, like, launches the ball. It sounds, like a sales thing or whatever, but it's like the technology on golf has gotten so good. All right, I'm gonna have to fix these comments.
Tiger Woods is using a TaylorMade.
Does it say which one it is? Is it the
the
sim driver,
Sim.
the new one? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know the guys when the season started and they introduced the sim driver here in Maui at Kapalua where I played yesterday. The pros loved it, and I've played with a few guys that like the sim driver, but it seems that most of the guys that are playing the sim that I've played with, they like the 3-wood a lot better than they like the driver. So on that longest drive, does the drive have to hit the fairway, or is it just pure distance?
Has to hit the fairway.
Has to hit the fairway.
Has to hit the fairway for it to count.
Yeah, I have to say that the guys aren't liking the sim driver as much as they're liking the fairway woods, and I know that Phil's probably playing the Maverick, which also has the jailbreak technology.
He's not sure. He hasn't decided. Depends on what the weather says. It says he's either going to go with the Callaway X Forge or he's going to go with the Maverick Sub-Zero with a KBS 80 shaft.
But that's so he's gonna play it. And so what was the other choice that he has?
It says here he's good.
But those are irons. The forged is irons.
Well, then what he's gonna he'll stick with he's staying with Callaway driver.
The Epic Flash Sub-Zero.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Phil in that one. I gotta say, man, that Epic, it's like, it is the real deal. I play ping. I played the Epic for a while. I just struggled to keep it in. It's like if I'm not I don't hit it far. I don't hit it as far as Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods. So it's like if I can't keep it on the short grass, then I'm gonna struggle. Because I play from the way back tees like they do, not as far back as they do, but almost. And it's like, so I'm hitting a lot of 4-irons anyway. 3 woods, 5 woods, into the greens. So it's like if I'm hitting, if I'm like in the Kikuya grass and hit a 5-wood and it goes 60 yards, it's like a real punishment on my game. These guys, it's like, Phil Mickelson would throw a pitching wedge, next shot, dart.
Yeah. And that's a good thing, well, because Brady is really good. Brady has a really good short game, and he's very good at putting.
Well, Brady,
so that's why I think
Brady's a member at Riviera, so we have to remember that too. I don't know where I've never really heard of Peyton Manning as much of a golfer.
No, but he likes to trash talk, so that might throw some people off his game.
Yeah, but Brady's
a big trash talker.
Riviera is a tough course. And Brady's a member there. Riviera's tough. And it's the Kikuya, just like we have at Pukalani. Which, actually, Riviera's where O.J. Simpson was a member. And that's why when O.J., they asked him where he was, he said he was chipping with his 3-wood. Because the grass is so hard, so tough, that in Kikuya, it's not uncommon to chip with a wood if you're just off the green, because to putt through that grass, very, very hard, very, very hard to putt from off the green. But if you use like a fairway wood or a driver, it doesn't look right, and it's not something people would consider. But Tom Brady, if that's what he's playing at Riviera, well, he's not going to have any problem with a Florida course, I'll tell you that much. On the Bermuda, more than likely.
Yep.
I think these are all factors. In golf, there's a lot of factors, and it's like, there's the type of grass, there's the type of grass that the greens are. There's certain guys that putt well on Bermuda greens. There's guys, we have here we have Seashore, we have Bermuda, we have Kikuya, we've got everything. So it's like every course is different.
Yeah, so I'm taking Phil and Brady to win this at plus 160. I'm also going to take him to the lead after the first 9, because I think after the first 9 is when it's going to get real exciting, when you have to play alternate shot, when you got to see Brady hit it out of like the thick rough or something. It might get interesting. So I'm going to take them to lead after the first 9 at plus 175, and them to win at plus 160.
I'm gonna go.
And
I'm gonna go with you
and
on
and,
that one with Brady.
and for a little shot, uh, someone to get a hole in one plus 5,000.
No way. No chance.
Probably no chance, but I'll put $5 on it.
No chance. I wonder if they're playing with the modified cups that the rest of us are playing with. This should be interesting to see how they do this, because we're all playing.
Yeah, very interesting
We're all
to
playing
see.
with modified cups with the noodle, in there. And the way that it works is that if you hit the noodle and the ball bounces out, we're counting those as good. But rimming out and all that stuff is still no good. It's like you know, people say it's a COVID bar. No, it isn't. It's a bogey.
Yeah, it's still a bogey.
Oh no, it looks like a bogey from here. I call them all, like if they're mine, I call them all in. Everybody else's I call out.
They're gonna have Charles Barkley, as a commentator for this event. It'd be kind of interesting.
All
I'm
right.
like, what?
Well, there you have it. All right, so we'll bring back Steve. We'll do some sim picks. Chris, any thoughts on the golf? Seem to not be as involved there.
I don't follow it closely enough to have a take on. I'll go with Mickelson and Brady though at plus 160 though too. Just
All right.
for the hell of it. I do have a Bundesliga birdcage though, if possible.
Let's do it.
Like the Schalke Augsburg draw, Leipzig minus 1.5, and we didn't cover it by like Köln to beat Fortuna Dusseldorf on the money line at plus 1231.
Mine's bigger. I'm gonna take Leipzig minus the 1.5 at plus 120. I'm gonna take Schalke to draw at plus 255, and I'm gonna take Cologne and Dusseldorf to draw as well at plus 305. Should give you pretty close to a plus 1,800.
So the all the Bundesliga games today have started, correct?
Well, there's Bayern Munich at 12:30 against Frankfurt.
And we like Bayern in that one, right? We talked about
Yeah.
this. All right. Good deal. All right, we're going to bring Steve Monahan back, and we're going to do our sim pick section of the show. Chris, you're in the anchor seat somehow. I think because I put you on, I went in the middle this time. So you're in the anchor seat, which is actually, you are the anchor of the sim pick section, so it's fine. How did we do yesterday?
I'm just pulling them up right now. So the Patriots beat the Steelers 55-17. The Chargers won outright against the Ravens. The Saints covered against the Seahawks. And the 49ers won, but they didn't cover against the Bears.
So
Yikes.
say it one more time.
So you
Chargers.
had the Patriots covered, Chargers covered, Saints covered, and Bears covered.
All right. So 2-2. All right, what do we got today?
Only got 2 games today. The first one, you have the Chargers and the Patriots. Patriots minus 4.5. Over under 57.
I'll go Patriots.
I'll go Chargers.
Holy Chargers are in the back to back. I'll take the Patriots.
I think the Chargers have 2 games today, too, on 2 different books. So, all right, I'll take the Chargers.
And at 9 o'clock, Saints and 49ers in a pick 'em. Over under 58.5. I like the Saints.
I'll take 49ers.
Go Saints.
49ers money line.
Yep, 49ers for me.
Is there a hockey today?
That's only 2. Oh, yeah. Today's hockey is the Leafs at the Oilers. They got the Leafs on the money line at minus 150, or the Oilers on the money line at plus 115.
So Anthony Garcia left us a nasty comment. Just hoping this show would be better than it was back in January. Unfortunately, it's still pretty boring this year. There's not much substance, just a lot of dead air. Yeah, there's no games. I mean, Anthony Garcia, let's see your show, buddy, because there's no games. Our show is about picking games, and we have no games to pick. So, what do you expect? What would you like us to do? Chris, you gonna tap dance for us? I mean, what does this guy want? What a jerk.
I have no clue.
An idiot. God. What an idiot. All right.
Anyway, it's the Leafs at the Oilers. Leafs are minus 150 on the money line, and they're in Edmonton. The number one player rated in this league is McMuffin there.
It was the same before the virus. Don't act like it was any different. Yeah, that's why 1.7 million people a month watched it. Because it sucks. Then don't come. You know? It's like, seriously. We have about thousands and thousands and thousands of winners on this show. If you look at our computer picks record, you look at Rod's birdcage record, you look at Chris's birdcage record, you look at my parlay record that I did on the show, you look at our regular picks record, 1.7 million. Go somewhere else, man. You don't want winners? Go somewhere else. We don't care. See ya. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Exactly. Take the Oilers money line now. I'm going to take the Oilers money line here at plus 115 over the Leafs here. McDavid's rated the number one player in this in the video game world. I'm not going to go against the number one player rated in this video game. That's for sure. Not with the Leafs. Yuck. I'll take the over just for taking the over because the Leafs love to give up lots of goals.
All right. Well, that wraps up today's show. Anthony Garcia likes Indian Cowboy better than us. He'd rather have two picks of the scraps of the day than us, and you can go watch the Green Screen channel. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Yep.